I was brought up about 5 miles from Heathrow and was always interested in aircraft. And when I met my wife to be, I asked her, as anyone does, where do you live? And she said, I live in the south, but sometimes I'm in a village in Yorkshire you would never have heard of, called Brompton. And I said, isn't that where Sir George Cayley flew his aeroplane, the first man-carrying aeroplane in the world? And she said, yes, how did you know that? And then love developed. Unfortunately, he's not widely known across the world. So some people know him very well. When we went to the Smithsonian Museum in Washington, the curator there of the historic aviation exhibits couldn't get over the fact that he was actually holding the hand of my wife and shaking it because she was of a direct descendant of Sir George Cayley. He was just light years ahead of other people with his inventions and also his philanthropy and wanting to help other people. And I think he stands head and shoulders above so many other people for many of his inventions, which were very often driven by him being tugged at the heartstrings by accidents that happened in his way of trying to correct them and help people in future who might have suffered as a result of some disaster. In 1805 he set up a cottage allotment scheme for his tenants so that they could all have a fair and equal bit of land on which to grow crops and graze animals. So he was thinking all the time of his tenants and trying to help people. In 1837 the son of one of his tenants lost his hand in the village sawmill, and so he invented the world's first practical artificial hand. The defining moment when something happened which shook the world, he produced a 3-part paper which was published to the world of the principles of aerodynamics. And everyone around the world in aviation recognises that as the most authoritative early document on how things fly. So quite a man, and that's why I think everyone should revere him as a famous son of North Yorkshire.